Hello everyone, how are you? Chalo, now today we will learn hormones. Okay. In previous lectures we have learned. Just a minute. Huh. So in the previous lectures we have learned cells, then tissues, then diseases and all. Okay. Now what we will learn today, hormones. Hormones is a very important topic, and it is very important. Hormones are very important in a body. We know that. Okay. Hormones are very important in a body. Like hormones regulate a life cycle. For example, there are some diseases like, for example, our diabetes. Diabetes is also because of we can say hormone disbalance. We can say then there are many, like for example, our height, our growth, our color, skin color, and everything depends on hormones. Okay, there is a slight, for example, diseases like thyroid. That is all. Sorry. That is also dependent on hormones. If there is a hormone imbalance, for example, if we are not taking a proper diet or something, then there is a hormonal disbalance. If we are not taking proper sleep, then our hormone cycle get disturbed. Okay, so proper means, for example, proper nutrition and proper sleep and proper rest and proper everything is needed, so our hormone balance will be there. Okay, now see, today we will learn hormones. So let me first explain you. We have before see. We know that I have told you in tissues that there are various glands. For example, in our mouth there are salivary glands. Right? I told you glandular tissue. There are salivary glands which secrete this saliva, which secretes saliva, amylase in our mouth. Like that, I told you there are tissues which do absorption, then excretion, right? Then what they do, sensation. Okay, we have seen this also. Now the tissue which do secretion means what we can say, that the tissues which secrete sweat, it has secretion glands. Okay, so this secretion glands, we can say them as endocrine glands also. What we can say them as endocrine glands. What we can say them as endocrine glands. So now in hormone there is a different. It is different in hormones. To hormones, the means the organs which produce hormones, we say them as endocrine glands. We say them as endocrine glands. But the organs which produce enzymes or which secrete something, we call them as endocrine glands. Endocrine and endocrine are different things. Okay. Okay, now today we will learn. Just a minute. Now today we will learn hormones. Okay, Jai Hind everybody. Just let me message in the app to everyone. Jai Hind. How are you all? We are meeting after such a long time, right after Diwali vacations. How are you? This is very interesting topic we are going to learn today. Okay, this is a very interesting topic. Okay, okay. Now we will start with hormones. What I told you, there are two type of glands: endocrine and endocrine. Okay. Now see here. And there are some organs in a body, which do both functions. For example, a organ in a body is secreting an enzyme also, and it is producing an hormone also. Okay, in our body it is releasing an hormone also, and it is secreting an enzyme also. Like that also hormones are there. Means it has both the functions, endocrine and endocrine gland. Okay, endocrine and exocrine. Okay, now see here. Now see here. Right, like this here. endocrine and exo. Write like this. Everyone write like this. Write like this. Okay. Then I'll tell you what is the difference. Okay. Okay. Now see here. They secrete hormones. They secrete enzymes. Enzymes, sweat, saliva, amylase, like that. Okay. Okay. Write this point. Write this fast. Okay. You can write here example. Pituitary gland. This is example. Okay. Here example. Salivary gland. Okay. Okay. Am I clear? What does endocrine gland do? It only secretes hormones. But what does exocrine gland do? It secretes enzymes. Okay. It secretes enzymes for okay. Done. Shall I move further? Okay. Now let me tell you pancreas. Pancreas. Pancreas is a pancreas. One, what it does, it is both endocrine and exocrine. Endocrine and exocrine both. Means what it does, it secretes hormones also. It secretes hormones also, and what it does, it secretes enzymes also. Okay, means only one organ which is known as pancreas does both the work, like it secretes enzymes also and it secretes hormones also. Okay. Note this down. I'll save this here. Okay. Now see. And where are hormones secreted? When these organs secrete hormones, they release them into the blood. They release them into the blood, and through the blood, then they go to the different parts of the body. Okay, they release in the blood. For example, in our brain, in our head, also there are some hormones which are secreted. Then on our liver, there is something by which the hormone is secreted. Okay, like that in our thyroid gland, also there is a hormone which is secreted. Okay, okay, we will learn this. Now see which are endocrine system. Endocrine, which are endocrine system. Endocrine system means secretes hormones. Hormones are secretes in blood. Secretes in blood. Through blood, they move here and there. Okay. Thymus. Thymus is present in our lower chest, we can say. Adrenal gland is present on kidney. Then thyroid is present near trachea of our respiratory system. Then pancreas, now we saw pancreas, that it does both the functions, endocrine and exocrine function. Then pituitary gland, it is in head near brain. Then ovary, females ovary, and males testes. Okay, means there are some sexual hormones in that also. This there are some sexual we can say organs in that hormones are secreted. Okay, hormones are secreted. Okay, let me move further. See now here, what does endocrine gland do? Listen here. See here, the endocrine glands and hormones producing diffuse tissue cells located in different parts of our body constitute endocrine system. I told you now there are different organs in our body which what it does secretes hormones, and that hormones are secreted inside the blood. Now we will learn which are these which are these organs which secrete hormones. Pituitary, then pineal, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, parathyroid, thymus, and gonad. Means was testes in males and ovaries in female. Okay, that is the term given. Are the organized endocrine bodies in our body. Now we will learn this everything in everything separately. Okay, what are their main functions, which are the hormones they are secreting. These are the name of the organs, but what are the hormones they are secreting, that we will learn now. There are various name of hormones that we will learn now. Okay, there is a hypothalamus. Okay, we will learn it. See here, endocrine gland. Now you have to remember this also, where is the hormone. Okay, where that hormone is secreted and where is that organ. Now see, pineal gland, it is in our brain. Pineal gland, it is in our brain, near brain. Hypothalamus is also near our brain. Then pituitary gland is also near our, it is attached to the hypothalamus. Pituitary gland is attached to hypothalamus. Then thyroid gland, I told you thyroid gland is near trachea, means near the respiratory tract. Okay, then parathyroid gland is also below there only. Then adrenal glands is where on the kidney. Then pancreas, I told you pancreas, it does both the works, exocrine and endocrine work. Means it secretes enzymes also and it secretes hormones also. Okay, this is the only organ which do both the works. Okay, means work as the both the system. Then ovaries in female, this also secretes hormones, and testes in male, this also secretes hormones. Okay, remember this, all these organs where they are situated. Okay, means you can remember whenever you're solving question or whenever you're doing something, and then it comes, for example, one of your relative comes and he does a thyroid test and he has a thyroid, then you can immediately recall that where is the thyroid gland. And now I'm teaching you what is the cause of thyroid. Okay, that is because of hormone only. What means there is deficiency of iodine, that's why thyroid is affected. So means there disease means enlargement of neck happens and it is called as goiter and all that. Then today I'll teach you that, but whenever you are in your daily life, you're doing something, you have to recall everything, that this is because of this is because of this. Start finding answers. Okay, understood this? You can take a screenshot. I have already attached PDF to the app. You can even take screenshot, or PDF will be shared on Telegram and WhatsApp group. Okay, now we will learn hypothalamus. I told you where is hypothalamus. Now we saw pineal gland, hypothalamus and pituitary gland are all in the head, are all in the brains. Okay, means their hormones are secreted, and we saw that hypothalamus is attached to the pituitary gland also. Pituitary gland is the important gland. Okay, because it has three hormones, and we will see that also. Okay, three parts, and they secrete different hormones. We will see that also. But first, what we will learn is hypothalamus. What is hypothalamus? What is the main function of hypothalamus? Okay, uh, hypothalamus regulates our body fluid also. Okay, chalo. It contains several groups of neurosecretory cells. Means hypothalamus is made up of neurosecretory cells called nuclei, which produce hormones. Which produce hormones? Now we will see. These hormones regulate the synthesis and secretion of pituitary gland. I told you hypothalamus is pituitary gland is attached to the hypothalamus with the help of stalk. With the help of stalk, we'll see these. Okay, the hormones produced by hypothalamus are of two types. We will see those two types also. Okay, means what happens, hypothalamus is made up of what? Neurosecretory cells, and we call them as nuclei, and what they do, they secrete hormones. And what is their main function? They regulate the synthesis and secretion of pituitary gland, and it is of two types. Now see here, we'll see those two types: releasing hormones and inhibiting hormones. There are two types: releasing hormones and inhibiting hormones, which stimulate secretion of pituitary hormone. and which inhibited secretion of pituitary hormone. Stimulates means it starts. Stimulate means it starts, and inhibited means stops. Now let me give one example. Let me give you one example. See here. You might have seen now after many like for example in girls or in boys, both of them, after like 18 or 21 years or 22 years, our height stops increasing. Our height stops increasing. Height stops increasing, right? Yes or no? When we are born, from that means during that time only our height starts increasing, right? After some time it goes on increasing till 21 or 22 years. Okay, till 21 or 22 years, or maybe 18 years. Okay, so that it is stimulate means releasing hormone, that is because of hypothalamus only. But the inhabiting of it means it stops. Our height stops growing. It is because of what? Hypothalamus only. Hypothalamus only regulates the pituitary gland. And what is the functions like height? Height is the, we can say height is an example, like inhabiting hormones means what does hypothalamus do? It starts increasing our height. It releases that increasing height hormone, and after some time it stops it after specific age. Okay, so what is the example you can take here? What example you can take here? You can take example of height. Okay, let me check your comments. Okay, understood. Understood. So we can move further now. See here, in our brain, in our brain there is a hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, and hypothalamus is attached to pituitary gland by a stalk. See here, like this it is attached. Okay, like this it is attached, and pineal gland is up there. We will learn about pineal gland also, what it secretes and what it regulates and everything. Okay, now see here, we will learn first what we learned. We learned about hypothalamus. What does hypothalamus do? Regulates pituitary gland, and what it has two types. What are the two types? It stimulates pituitary gland and it inhabits pituitary gland. And what we saw example? We saw example of height. That our height is inhabited up means it does not grow. It stops growing after a certain age. That is because of hypothalamus only. Means because of inhabiting pituitary hormone. Okay. Now see here. The pituitary gland is located in a bony cavity. Bony cavity called as sella turcica. Note this down. Sella turcica. And it is attached with hypothalamus with a stalk. I told you now, with a stalk. Okay. The pituitary gland is divided into three parts. It is divided into three parts. There are different functions of different parts. We will learn this. Okay, different functions of, but this is the important hormone of the body. This is important because this only hormone, what we say, secretes melatonin, then secretes melanin. Melanin, you know, because our skin color, eye color, means pupil color changes because of melanin only. Then various hormones, like for example regulating BP, which hormone is secreted? Vasopressin is secreted. Then oxytocin, we call it as love hormone. Okay, which is important in female and male both. Okay, female mostly because they produce milk. They produce milk in the breast because of oxytocin only. Okay, then their uterus is contracted because of oxytocin only during childbirth. Okay, pars distilla, this is the first part. Pars distilla, then pars intermedia, and pars nervosa is the third part. Oxytocin and vasopressin comes in pars nervosa. Pars intermedia, what it does? It secretes this melanin. Okay, melanin means there is a hormone which regulates melanin that it secretes. Okay, then the pituitary hormone regulate the growth and development of stomatic tissue. Stomatic tissue, okay, stomatic tissue and activities of peripheral endocrine gland and activities of peripheral endocrine gland. Okay, I have taught you this. So there are two types of tissue cells. There are two types of cells. I've taught you now. There are two types of cells: stomatic, and sexual. You can say sexual cells. Okay, okay. There are two types of cell. These do cell division further. They do not divide. Okay, like that. Okay. Chalo. Now we will go to the parts of the pituitary gland. Am I clear till here? Okay, now this is the first part, paradistilla. It secretes many hormones. We will learn about them. Okay, the pars distilla region of pituitary commonly are called as anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary means first part of the pituitary. Pars distilla produces six tropical hormones. Growth hormone, this is the important hormone. Whatever growth, cell division means our height is increasing, our hairs are increasing, everything, anything happening regarding growth is because of growth hormone. Prolactin, thyroid stimulating hormone, andro adrenocorticotropic means see pronounce this half, okay, adrenocorticotropic hormone, okay, luteinizing hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, follicles are there, okay, follicle stimulating hormone. So these are the hormones which are secreted by pituitary gland. Okay, these are secreted by pituitary gland. And then to first part means pars distilla, we can say. Okay, pars distalis, pars distalis, and we call this as anterior pituitary also. What we call it as anterior pituitary. Okay, now see here. Second, pars intermedia. What does pars intermedia do? Secretes only one hormone. Now see how pars distilla secreted six hormones like growth hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, then this tropical hormones. Okay, like that. Pars distilla. What does pars distilla secreted six hormones? Thyroid hormone also. Like that, pars intermedia secretes only one hormone. We will see that. Secretes only one hormone called as melanocyte. Melanocyte. I told you melanin stimulating hormone. What it does, it regulates melanin. What it does, it regulates melanin. Let me check your comments. What it does, it regulates melanin. Okay, what it does, it regulates melanin. What we saw pars distilla, we saw pars distilla. Now what we will see, it is known as anterior pituitary also. Now we will see pars intermedia. What we saw in pars intermedia, secretes one hormone only, known as melanocytes, okay, known as melanocytes. What it does, produces produces melanin. Means what it does, protects skin from UV rays. Note this down. Produces melanin, and what it does, protects skin from UV rays. Note this down. Note this down. Finished? Finished? Okay. Now see here. Pars nervosa. Pars nervosa. What we call, what we say to pars nervosa? Pars nervosa. What we say to pars nervosa? Neurohypophysis. Neurohypophysis. What we say to pars nervosa? Neurohypophysis. This is the third part of pituitary gland, also known as posterior pituitary. What it is also known as posterior pituitary. And pars distilla was known as anterior pituitary. Anterior and posterior. Okay, remember this. Secrets two hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. Now what we say to oxytocin? Happy hormone. Yes or no? Happy hormone, most of uh, us might be knowing. Or love hormone, also we say it as love hormone. I saw one shot on YouTube, and it was saying that means one man was there and one podcast was going on, and in that podcast, one means one YouTuber was there, and aged man was sitting, and then he told him that by a study, it is found that after a hug, means after a hug of two persons, like for example, for 2 or 3 seconds or some seconds, oxytocin hormone is released. Okay, oxytocin hormone is released, maybe 3 seconds or something, I don't remember now. And this oxytocin hormone is released, and maybe this is that the reason behind that is love hormone, we call it as. Okay, maybe it is attraction, means if it is released, then a person is attracted also. Okay, now what is this hormone? We will see that. Okay, we will write this about this hormone here. Okay, what it does? Contracts uterus during childbirth. In females, only in females. Okay, produces breast milk. Write this down. Produces breast milk. In males, helps in testosterone production. Testosterone production. Written. Array. Spelling I've written wrong word. Test. Testosterone. Okay, testosterone production. Production. Okay. Produces breast milk in mammals, you write. In mammals. Okay. 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 Now we will write about vasopressin. What does vasopressin does? Regulates BP. What is meant by BP? Regulates BP means what? Regulates blood pressure. Regulates blood pressure. Okay. Chalo. Now write second. Re keeps body hydrated. Means what? Rehydration of body. Okay. Okay. See now. Pars nervosa. In pars nervosa, there are two types of hormones. There are two types of hormones. it secretes two types of hormones, oxytocin and vasopressin. Oxytocin, we call it as love hormone or happy hormone also. And what does oxytocin do? It contracts uterus during childbirth. And what it does, it produces milk in mammals, it means for babies. And what it does more, it produces testosterone in males. Okay. And what does vasopressin does? It also performs important functions in a body, like regulates BP and keeps our body hydrated. Okay. Shall I go ahead? Have you written this all? Write this, because this is not written in PDF. Note this down. Note this down. Everyone note this down fast. Written, because this is not in the PDF, so I have written this and given. Okay. Okay. Chalo, we will move further now. What we learned first, we learned hypothalamus. What we learned first, we learned hypothalamus. Where was our hypothalamus? In our brain. Then what we learned next, that pituitary gland. But in hypothalamus, what we learned, that it is made up of neurosecretory cells. We also call them as nuclei. And what does they do? They regulates pituitary gland. So in pituitary gland, what we learned, pituitary gland is made up of three parts: pars distilia, pars intermedia, and pars nervosa. Pars distilia is also known as anterior. Just a minute. Just a minute, okay?